last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They'll set up a throw.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The numbers for White a week ago.
13 carries, 67 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's number 3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to number 1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
You look at this Colt defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Now O'Connell. And that's going to be in. The Raiders at 14-1 now on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Back to throw, O'Connell. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Throwing on first down, O'Connell. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. O'Connell looking to throw on first. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Alec Pierce, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. You look at this Raiders defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number one overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Back to throw.
And this taken in by Downs.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Powers through. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear,
this is caught at the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 82 yards.
And while they locked up the number 1 seed last week, I don't expect them to change what they do in the running game. I expect them to continue to play the exact same way, but with a change up in personnel because they want to make sure that their number 1 guy has fresh.
And the Raiders have got him.
Max Crosby in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. And that will be incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He can't get him down. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Going right side is White. Breaks a tackle. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Opting to run again here with White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Now a give to White. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On the handoff, this is White. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Moore, the man in motion.
Here's White.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown! Alec Ingold from 8 yards out. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. That's pulled in at the 32. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On the handoff, it's White. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
From the shotgun, O'Connell. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Returnable here from the 38. A very good return that time. 18 yards. On the give, it's White. And down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll get 34 yards there. Now it's O'Connell. Escaping the pressure right. Diving, and did he hold on? Yes, he did. For a Raider touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you had your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball.
And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. O'Connell's throwing for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. They're going to look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They keep it on the ground. White again. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Play action. Now O'Connell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. They run straight ahead here with White. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. He's got a man, that's caught, left sideline. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. O'Connell to throw on second down. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. DJ Moore with an acrobatic catch. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Darian Butler. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
That one goes for 24 yards. White will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
First and 10, Taylor now. Fights through him, and he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Second down and 6 now. They run once more with Taylor. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Goodson, and he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Off the play fake, O'Connell. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And they go play action here with O'Connell. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw. That complete to Downs. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Back to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A short throw pulled in by Woods. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here is 3rd down and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, They want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To throw here, O'Connell.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab.
And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell.
He's going to look deep for more.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Throwing, O'Connell.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
And O'Connell now to throw.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were. But don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Raiders,
they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on
Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Throwing on first down. Nix. And the Raiders have got him. Malcolm Kuntz. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Operating from the gun. Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On fourth down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive starts with a run by White. Fights off the defender. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They stay on the ground with White. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Here's O'Connell. That is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here we go now on 1st and goal. White will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
But you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Nix. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Nix. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Back to throw. Nix. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Christian Wilkins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun. Nix. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Nix. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now O'Connell. And that one to the right side and incomplete. But you look at this Bronco defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake. O'Connell. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Carl Wilson up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On third down, Nix. And that one too wide and incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raiders now set to get the football back. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The Raiders at 15-1 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll go for it. O'Connell. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Now O'Connell.
And he's brought down. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. They'll try and run it with White, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Zamir White
on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he fields it cleanly. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down throw, O'Connell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Shoves him aside. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 65 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nix. Throw out wide is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. Shedding the tackle. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, O'Connell. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Able to fight through one tackle. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. O'Connell on 1st and 10. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Tampa Bay taking on Carolina in the NFC South. And it's the home team who are out in front. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. It's C.J. Stroud with 3. Count them, 3 touchdown passes.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. A run to begin the second half with White. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him now with 4 touchdown runs tacked on. Here's 2nd and 3. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off play action. O'Connell. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Vegas. 56 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
First down, here's White. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake. O'Connell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off play action. Nix. Going for Burton, and he's got it. Down the sideline he goes. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Operating from the gun. Nix. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Butler. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. They start the drive with White. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. O'Connell looking to throw on first. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. O'Connell. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Darian Butler.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll try the right side here with White. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Going right side is White. A strong running. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Looking to throw. O'Connell. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
White will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
On second down, Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The offense on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. O'Connell. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 57 yards. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Nix. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix. He'll drop this down to Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Nix. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jacorian Bennett has it. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a give to White. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today
We're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. O'Connell. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it's really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Operating from the gun, Nix. And my goodness, another interception. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On a handoff, it's White. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the